off. Mash up. Mash up. Mash up. Mash up.
Oh yes, good evening Trinidad and Tobago.
Don't take we off.
Don't take me off.
Don't take we off. Viking. Tell them if we on the stage. On the stage.
You know sometimes it's our technical difficulties.
Tell them if we on the stage. On the stage.
But we are live and we are live and alive
Whoa.
to broadcast live.
Shop. Hey, when they come in to take we off, whole place come and shop. When they come in to
We are here to broadcast live and alive.
come in to take we off, whole place come and shop. When they come in to take we off, everyone.
Let me just do this quickly so that people could get exactly where we are. We are broadcasting live on YouTube. Yes, we are broadcasting live on YouTube. Remember, again, you need to like, share it. Right? If you don't share it, then we will not be able. Come on, man. Yes, so if you don't share it, then we wouldn't be able to broadcast. Once I go live, you're supposed to be able to see it live. So let me just get it here. Now let me just send out this link here fast here. Right, let me just send out the link here. So we are live. Live. So let me just get it here. All right, just now, let us get it. We're broadcasting live, please. Let me just send out this link here fast here. All right, let me just send out the link here. So we are live. Live. So let me just get it here. All right. So, yes. So we are sending the link. It's the same YouTube link, please. Like and subscribe. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. And that's the only way we can get the thing going in the right direction. Please subscribe to the YouTube page. So once you subscribe, we will automatically send you the link. Right? Please subscribe to the YouTube link. Now tonight, I don't want to waste time. So I know while we wait on we don't want to waste time because I'm a person who like to stick when I do in my lives. Now remember I am now transforming over to the YouTube, and we need you all to share it onto Facebook and to all the other mediums so that everybody will get to know that we are here. Now let me just let people know. Right. So the question must be asked. It's 7 o'clock in the night. Well, it's 7:21 actually now. And the question must be asked. Where's the trade unions? Where's the trade union leader? Where are they? Where are they when the country needs them at this point in time? Where are they? Where? Somebody please, please. I'm trying to figure it out. Where are the leaders? Now, I was reading from an article today. And let me get the article so that we can dive straight into it. And it is something that is worrying to me. It is very, very much worrying. And please share it. It is very important that what we're talking about tonight. I will try to get a link to call One Nixon calendar. So leave your comments. If you're making comments, you can make the comments in the comment section in the YouTube channel. Remember, share and subscribe. So when we go live, I don't have to share the link again. Now, let me get the article. Let me get this disturbing article that I would have gotten. And this is the article here. TTMF seeks to vaccinate 2,500 more today. The Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association resumed its vaccination rollout on Thursday and has successfully inoculated 2,500 more persons with the Sinopharm vaccine. Meanwhile, they are expected to vaccinate another 2,500 persons today at the Diwali Nagar site, Chaguanas. TTMF Chief Executive Officer Ramesh Ramdeen yesterday said this allocation was the remaining half of the second tranche of 5,000 vaccines that had previously been allocated by the government for vaccination of their members. A total of 10,000 vaccines were promised to the TTMA. And the first vaccination exercise took place earlier this month, during which 5,000 people were inoculated. Ramdeen said, by the end of today, we should have done all that was given to us. Question as to how they will deal. Now listen to this part, eh? Listen to this crucial part here. Question as to how they will deal with the missed or cancelled appointments. He said that is very easy. If someone does not turn up or keep an appointment, there are a couple of people by the gate. Listen to it, there are a couple of people by the gate. You understand? Every afternoon who are not part of the membership wanting to be vaccinated. He has shown there were no wasted injections. Listen to this, Heartened by the uptick in the public response to becoming vaccinated, he added, our vaccination drive has been going very well. There has been more and more uptake from persons in the business community wanting to be vaccinated, as we firmly believe we have to vaccinate to operate. Listen to it, Anticipating the reopening of various sectors of the economy soon, Ramdeen claimed, we are we are doing all that we can in terms of readying ourselves for reopening. He anticipated that the government is going to increase the amount of companies and entities that will be allowed to open next week. And we are prepared for that on June the 6th. The TTMA, in partnership with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Trade and Industry, hosted its first vaccination drive members of the business community. The TTMA was the first private entity to allow to set up and execute a vaccination site in partnership with the state. On that date, officially administered 2,697 first-time doses of the Sinopharm. Within the 8-hour period, which represents the most vaccine to be administered at any one site. Now, people, let me tell you this, Let me just go back here to this particular part here. Let me go back to this part here. And pay attention to this, the wording in this. Question as to how they were dealing with the miss or cancel appointments. He said, that is very easy. If someone does not turn up or keep an appointment, there are a couple of people by the gate every afternoon who are not part of the membership wanting to be vaccinated. He assured there were no wasted injections. Now, one has to ask yourself the question, what is the TTMA alluding to? Where's the employers consultative or the employees consultative association in all of this? Where are the trade unions involved in all of this? Because you can't tell me that technically, because there's a technical in this whole thing here, there's a technicality in this whole thing here when it comes down to what this person is saying in this statement. That is very easy. If someone does not turn up or keep an appointment, there are a couple of people by the gate. So what does that tell you about the current people who are working with the company? What is the position what will be the position of their current employment status? What will be it? And this is the question that people need to ask. This has nothing to do, again, and I keep saying it, now everybody had a part to play. And I've called different stakeholders and I've listened to everybody. Everybody has their part to play. But again, let me ask the question. How in heaven's name the chief executive officer of the TTMA is being allowed to make these kind of snippets? And the trade union leaders, and you realize I didn't put leaders, I put leader. Because each one of them have their own sections in which to deal with. Where are the trade union leaders? So you telling me a man work with your company, build your company from ground up, when it was nothing, make it something, and you are going to terminate his services. Technically, that is what you're saying. You are going to terminate his services because he, at this point in time, don't want to take the vaccine. And that's what they're telling you, you know. They are willing to terminate your services because you do not want to take the vaccine. One person would have sent me a note stating that there are some companies who are putting in their contracts a non-disclosure agreement, which would mean that you cannot join no trade union. So they're putting it in the non-disclosure. They're putting a non-disclosure agreement clause in the contracts. And if you don't understand how to read that carefully, you just signed away as an employee your rights to the employer, you know. Now, no employer has no authority or no rights to put a non-disclosure agreement when it comes down to joining trade unions. That is your rights. And at this point in time, nobody should be telling people, you can encourage them if they want to, but nobody is supposed to be harassing anybody about taking anything or don't take it. Nobody is not supposed to be forcing nobody. That is your constitutional right to whether or not you want it to or you don't want to. And we have to be serious about this thing. It cannot be that we keep making the same mistakes over and over and over. If you are not sure about something, go and find out. Go and find out as an employee. What the TTMA Chief Executive Officer is saying there, you don't have a job in the morning if you do not take this vaccine. That goes against your human rights. But how many of you all are willing? How many of you all are willing to put your money where your mouth is? And because a lot of employers know for a fact that plenty of you don't have no money right now, because many of you all are not being paid right now, they are taking full advantage of the situation. So they know that you're desperate for that work. They know you're desperate to go back to work. So what they are doing, they're taking advantage of the situation. And you must tell them no as an employer. You cannot do that. You must tell them no as an employee. You cannot do that. And if they want to fire you, take records of them. Tape them. Show up on the job site. If they refuse to let you enter the compound, then you have other rights that you can take. You could get in contact with me. I will try to get in contact with a consultative that will represent you. Even if we have to take the employers to court. Because what they are saying and sending the message here is illegal, you know. What they are attempting to do is illegal. And somebody has to put a stop to this foolishness. somebody has to put a stop to the foolishness. Because what may very well happen, God forbid that this really is what some people trying to push, that there may be some sort of division amongst the people population of who are vaccinated and who not vaccinated. So right, if you're not vaccinated, I don't want to be around you. And then they want to come on. Let us be practical here. The only person who's going to lose out is you, the idiots, who pushing that agenda. But I vaccinated, so I don't have to be around you. Or no, you vaccinated, so you don't have to be. It's only we will fall. We are the ones, not the money makers, not the power brokers. We are the ones who will suffer. Because we don't want to take the time to understand the rights. This has nothing to do with no political affiliation. You can be politically affiliated to whoever you want, because there are people who are in the People's National Movement who have blatantly told me they're not taking it. And there are people in the UNC who have said they're not taking it. And they don't care what the leaders of them say. Because at the end of the day, the leaders are not your body. So if it's up to you, it is not mandatory. And if it is that you are feeling pressured, you can get in contact. You can get in contact with me, and we will get somebody who is willing to sit down, talk with you, and find out. Because the first thing you need to do as an employee is go and ensure that you are medically examined. Make sure that you can take the vaccine if you wish to. And if you don't wish to, no employer has the right to terminate your services because you do not want to be vaccinated. It is your legal human rights. Now people will say, but wait now, but fellas, why it is you putting your life on a limb? Why you doing that? Let me tell you something. It can't be that everybody want to sing one song and some people singing another song, but nobody ain't really singing the real song. Our unions are not even talking out. The trade unions in Trinidad and Tobago are not even talking out. And while they wish to go and protest for Labor Day, it was like the workers never existed. While they wanted to go and protest and have the big march and the rally down in Faizabad, they never even came out to tell you, hey, there's your rights, they're not your rights. Everybody talking about what Deborah Thomas Felix said at the industrial court. Yeah, okay, she made a statement. But there are ways that people are getting around that statement. And if you are being held ransom because you're under pressure, businesses close. Businesses are closed. Thousands and thousands of people are home. They have no work, they have no job. What are you telling them? What are you telling them? That you creating your own new norm? That you creating your own new world order? What are you telling them? What are you telling them? And it is very, very, very much disturbing to see that no trade unions, none, no trade union, not even coming up and standing up for the workers. It is horrifying. Did I tell you how people can be bought in this country? And then, you know, the first thing we will say, we want to be like America. We want to be like this one. We want to be like that one. Well, if you want to be like that, understand your constitutional rights. Understand your constitutional rights as a person and as an individual. Understand your constitutional rights. And then you can take it from there. Let me see if we could just get in this person here tonight. If we don't get them answering, then we will just to get a little comment on the matter. All right. All right, well, he has gone into a Zoom meeting, but let me try this person here. It's a sad day, no? It's a sad day. It's a sad day. Let me see if I get this person in here. Let me see if I can get him in here.
Hello.
Hey, good afternoon, Miss Jenny.
Hey, good night.
All right, Miss Jenny, I just want to ask you a quick question here. Tell me something. Does employers have the right to send subliminal messages to employers? Hello?
You're right here.
All right.
At the end of, listen, an employer could send whatever subliminal message they want. They could use moral suasion. They could do those type of things. But my thing is, at the end of the day, everybody has a choice. If the industrial court Judge Ms. Deborah Felix would have said an employer cannot force you to go and take the vaccine. It is not mandatory. It's nowhere in law or anything like that. Then you have a choice. My thing is simply this. If you're being forced to go to take it in order to have a job, then you need to get the employer to put it in writing. This is just me thinking as a person, but get them to put it in writing that you have to take the vaccination, otherwise you won't be employed. Because then it will be in contravention to what Ms. Deborah Felix would have been saying.
No, but when you when you look at just now, yeah? All right. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. So, but when you look at what was published, let me just read it for you. Let me just read it, right? Let me read the line in this whole thing. Let me read it just now. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, so this is the line in this paragraph here, and I want you to listen to it carefully. Eh? The TTMA's Chief Executive Officer Ramesh Ramdeen yesterday said this allocation was the remaining half of the second tranche of the 5,000. All right, just now, let me just get it. Sorry. All right, so listen to the part here. Ramdeen said, at the end of the day, we will have done all that was given to us. Question as to how they were dealing with the missed or cancelled appointments, he said, that is very easy. If someone does not turn up or keep an appointment, there are a couple of people by the gate every afternoon who are not part of the membership wanting to be vaccinated. He assured there were no wasted injection. Now, what do you take from that, or what do you discern from that?
It's not me to imply what was expressed, and it's not me to express what was implied. If again I'm saying, where does it say that the employee have to take the vaccination? They can say what they want in the terms that it are people to take it and who didn't take. They could say all those things that the employer, but at the end of the day, where does it say that you have a choice, but are people willing to stand up and make a decision? Here, I'm not going to take the vaccination for whatever reason, whether it's my doctor say, whatever the case may be, and I cannot be fired for not taking it.
No, but
because the industrial court would have said, you see, my thing is this, is people, for whatever reason, because at the end of the day, it's people livelihood they're looking at. There are some persons who, because of the situation, will feel they don't have a choice and they have to take it, whatever. I am not disputing that. I'm not disputing the fact that employers may use that vulnerability to get the workers to take it. I'm not discounting all these things, but at the end of the day, you still have to make a choice. If you do it under duress, and you could prove you do it under duress, well then where's your union? Doesn't these people have unions?
Well, some of them don't have unions. Some of them don't have unions.
But you could go join a union of your choice. Anybody could go and join a union of their choice and be
but hold on, Miss Jenny, hold on. There are some employers in Trinidad and Tobago that are making employees sign non-disclosure clauses, stating that they will not be able to join unions.
But that is illegal. Again, people need to know their rights. And if an employer is doing that, that is illegal based on our Industrial Relations Act. Nobody can stop you from joining a union, 2 union, 3 union, your choice. That is your right to join any union of your choice, and it cannot be victimized for it. People need to know their rights. An employer can't get you to make you sign a non-disclosure certificate, not join a union. That is illegal. But when people want a job, people just do all type of different things. I can't vex at anybody. But people need to know
if you sign it, but if you sign it, what then next?
Will you sign it and put a signature to it? What are you signing it for?
No, but you have no choice. You take it because you want the job.
No. I do not agree when you keep telling me people don't have no choice. Is the choice that they make is best suited for them under whatever situation? But don't tell me they don't have a choice.
All right. Is the choice that they're making, is it best suited for them? Because I
will not. They will have to make that determination for themselves.
But if you choose
to write up, if you choose, listen, if your employer tell you, in order for you to get this job, you can't join no union, you have to sign towards that. That is something illegal.
Right.
A person may sign it because of their situation in life, because some people really want the job, they don't have any money yet, so all those things are factors. It's still coming at the end of the day. It's your choice you're going to make. You're going to weigh your choices. Do I not sign this stand up for my rights and not have a job, go look for something else? Or do I sign it and just have a job and do I have to do? You still have a choice to make.
Yeah, but knowing the current situation in Trinidad and Tobago, Ms.
But you still have a choice. But you still have, whether the current situation, you still have a choice to make.
Yes,
I'm not saying
and I hear you. But we're not, but I hear you that you have a choice. But if you're in a certain situation where you may not have that choice in terms of going here and going there to get a job, because some people may not have the qualifications. Some people may, they end up in a situation where they need to just get a little money to get out of certain situations. They may have gone to employers and certain things would have taken place. There are a number of issues that may arise.
I know all this. I'm not discounting that. So let me just for 1 minute without I taking any sides. I'm being neutral here.
Yeah,
so I don't want anybody to feel like taking nobody's side. So you are a businessman, right? You have your business. You have your employees, whatever, because of the COVID situation, you have been closed for months. You too have your bills, you too have your commitments, you too have your family, right? Your business not making any money, anything. And in your mind, you see a way that it could open back up. If your employees get vaccinated, right? What do you do as a businessman? You own in that business.
Say that again, repeat it again one more time.
You are a business owner. Your business have been closed for months. You're not making any money. You have your family, you have your commitments, you have all your mortgage, whatever it is, and you have your employees. And in your mind, if my employees get vaccinated, I'll be able to open up so that they will have the job and I could start back to function my business and pay my bills, whatever. What would you do if you was not a businessman?
Well, as a businessman, you may encourage people to go and be vaccinated, right? Or two, if you as the business person take the stand that, look, you don't want to be vaccinated, so you're not going to pressure any worker to be vaccinated, then that is your rights as an employer too.
Exactly. So let me put it to the employee now. Enters that choice they will have to.
Yes, they have a choice, and I'm not disputing that.
It can't be the businessman alone have a choice.
No.
Right, so let me look at it now. So yeah,
but they also do have choices sometimes too, eh?
And that's the point I'm making. It comes right back down again to whatever choices may be one the best fit for you. It may be one that you may not want to, but based on the circumstances. It will always have people taking advantage of this type of situation. This is not a win-win situation or a win-lose situation. No, this is a situation that survives, right? There are persons who may not want to take the vaccination for whatever reason. Maybe it's health, it's fear, is question, and whatever it is. and these people are without jobs right now, and they're working in a place where the employer is saying, not directly, if you didn't take it, they can't come, but just as you said, the man name that you called just now, that might send a message to the workers that it's someone as if he's saying, if we didn't take it, there are people waiting to get we work, You could interpret that in all different kind of ways.
Well, that's what the man said. It's not reinterpretation. That's what he said.
But I now ask you, if you were a businessman, what would you do? You said you have a choice. You could either stand up for the workers and say you're not getting vaccinated, or you get your workers vaccinated, right?
Yes.
Right. He's making a choice that he wants them vaccinated, right?
He's making it from the CEO of the TTNA.
Right. Who are the employers who are not pushing for the workers to not get vaccinated?
Who are the employers?
Yeah.
It have employers who are not agreeing to be vaccinated. They are employers.
No, not them. They're the employees.
Well, it's up to them. Nobody forcing them.
And that's the point I'm making. So these employers who, quote unquote, are sending subliminal messages, could they not speak to the employers who are not sending subliminal messages to the employees to get vaccinated and see how they're doing it, why they're doing it, how they feel so confident in not doing it? Could they not have a discussion?
Well, they would have had the discussion long before, and that's why those who the agenda, because let me be realistic, Miss Jenny. There are some people in this society that will try to manipulate certain things. You understand?
Whether COVID-19 or not, it will always have people have agendas. It will always have people try to manipulate people. It will always have the rich. It will always have the poor. It will have the strong. It will have the weak. That is just the way of the world. I ain't ask you that. The employers who are not, quote unquote, pressuring the employees to take the vaccine. Are they functioning? Are they working? How is it working with them? Why are they confident that there's no need for the employees to have this vaccine?
Well, right now the country is shut down, The country is shut down basically. There are only certain sectors were working.
Right. Again, what I'm saying is this. It's Pennywise and those emergency places that open now. Are they subliminally sending messages for the employees to get vaccinated?
Yes.
But all right. So who are the businesses who are not sending subliminal messages for the employees to get vaccinated?
Who are the businesses?
Yeah.
There are many. Many of them.
Who are they that not pressuring the workers to get vaccinated? Who are these businesses?
No, I can't disclose the people and them thing, because at the end of the day, they don't want to be victimized.
I don't want you to call them. I'm just saying, could they not all sit down and have a discussion?
Well, right now,
why you feel so comfortable not to get the employees vaccinated against those who feel the employees need to be vaccinated? Because this situation are going to go away, Well, this situation is clear and it is real.
No, but Jenny, one of the things that a lot of people may be fearful for in terms of the vaccine, and people can't vex for them for that, There are things that would have happened in the past with people who would have taken vaccines, and things would have happened. You understand? And people would have a fear for that. No, there will be people who will have a fear for that. So
I am not talking about if people fear taking the vaccine. We already go through that already. Yeah, people will be fearful to take it for whatever reasons, medical or otherwise. That was their choice. We're not dealing with that. You read a report from the Manufacturers Association where you asked me how I think what the man would have said if it's not some subliminal message he's sending for the employees to get vaccinated.
Yes.
That's what they said. You also told me there are businesses whose employees are not vaccinated and they're comfortable with that and they function. I am saying, could these businessmen or women sit down and have a conversation? Why is this group not pushing for the employees to get vaccinated against who pushing for them to get vaccinated and meet on some level there? Because this is not going to go away.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Jenny.
Yes, but so what it is you want to happen? What it is you want to happen?
What I want to happen? All I'm simply saying is that, look, employees have a choice whether to take the vaccine or don't take the vaccine. Now, under the law, well, as the president of the industrial court would have stated, is that nobody can force it to take the vaccine. And we understand that. We understand that. But under the international law, there's also a thing stating, the Nuremberg, stating that no one can force anybody to take the vaccine. No one is supposed to use any kind of intimidatory factors to take any vaccine against their will or any of the sort. That is what is quoted in the international law that Trinidad and Tobago is a signatory to.
Okay, so I hear all that and I'm asking you again. If somebody breached that, what are you saying should or should not happen? Because at the end of the day, it's laws, and if it is broken, there should be consequences. Who is the one to make sure that if these things are happening to the workers, that there is some type of measures put in place to protect these workers? Who is supposed to do that?
Well, that is what I'm saying, the trade unions, the leader.
So then is the trade unions they're supposed to be calling and talking to?
Well, you are not in a trade union.
I am just an ordinary member who the president of the PSA would have said that I is a known troublemaker. I'm not an executive officer. I do not get that type of money. When you talk about as a female in the labor movement, they don't listen to you because at the end of the day, it's a man's world in the trade union movement. Yeah? Because they still have this kind of thing that a woman can be a leader, a woman indecisive, a woman too emotional, a woman too passive, and all these things is a man's world. So that's what I tell you, talk to the men and them. Talk to the men in the labor movement who feel them alone can run the labor movement and they know everything. I am just a mere female. Yeah?
All right.
So get in contact with all the big players. Yeah, you see the ones on them who 1 minute this one is our president, and next minute he's not the president, and then next minute talk to them.
Well,
talk to them about it.
I will do that. Well, thanks for taking the
call. But you understand the point I'm making, right?
Yes, I understand your point.
Right, as a closer, because I wanted to be totally clear. I don't want anybody to go and say I am in agreement with the employer or the employee or the government. No, I am simply saying we have a situation. If there are laws in place to treat with that, and those laws are being broken, and it's labor laws we're talking about, that is what unions do, because unions represent workers when the rights and interests of the workplace is interfered with, or the terms and conditions of employment are not adhered to. So the persons who are supposed to be active in this situation now is the trade unions, to make sure that none of the international laws or the labor laws from the Industrial Relations Act or the workers' terms and conditions of employment is not breached. Those are the persons supposed to be involved in this situation that is happening, not me and you. They train for it. Some of them, they're getting workers' money every month. And that is what they're supposed to be doing. Where are they? So me and you talking, yes, this law, yes, international law, yes, the president of the industrial court say this. We know all these things, but who is the vehicle to take this to the next level if these things are being breached? Not me and you. Because I can't go industrial court, you can't go in industrial court.
But I could go international.
But we are free to do that, but I'm talking about what we have right now.
Well, in local, yes.
Where are the unions? Speak to those union leaders.
Well, none of them seems to be taking calls.
Well, then we see where the whole thing is. But so then, what do we say in that type of situation?
Well, we will find out. We will find out what is the next course of action.
Yeah, because we're talking about labor. We're talking about labor. What is the function of a trade union? And if the trade union is not doing the job, then what they're going to blame the employer for doing his job to get his business up and running?
No, I can't blame the employer, no.
Okay. Who
I can't
protecting the
blame him.
employee? Who protecting the employee?
Well, who guarding the guard?
Now, guys, we have all these, we sign on to the ILO, all those conventions. We have the Industrial Relations Act, we have the Service Commission Act, Civil Service Act, Workers' Compensation Act, Maternity Act, all the different things.
Because all the thing they're talking, look right now in America, and this is public knowledge, the foolishness of who vaccinated and who not vaccinated is not even being discussed in the public domain. In fact, let me just let you know this, Ms. Jenny, before you go. There was a big football game, and what they did, the unvaccinated decided to sit down in one section, and those who were vaccinated went and sit down in the next section. And they both watched the game, and they both sang Kumbaya together. And
but that is for a game. We talk about working every day, 8 hours a day in a workplace. That's a different situation.
Well, I don't think the thing would make any difference because you're talking about.
Of course it would. That is a big open stadium. It's an outdoor situation. People got social distance, all that. We're talking about a workplace where it will have persons coming to work, where it will have people interacting as customers or whatever.
Right.
We cannot juxtapose. While I hear what you're saying, we cannot juxtapose it. Let me keep things separated. A football game where some vaccinated, not vaccinated, come and sit some on that side, that is something totally different. If you were telling me there was to be a football game or something in this country and they didn't want people who not vaccinated, that is something. We're talking about the workplace.
All right, and in the workplace. Go ahead.
Well, we could look at those developed societies, how it is being done in certain businesses.
Well, in most businesses,
persons are not vaccinated, how they treat them with that, or the businesses that have.
Well, in most places, but in most places, as far as I'm aware, in the United States of America, they function in normal. Those who vaccinated and those who not vaccinated. In fact, the employers may just try to say, well, hey, when you're ready to go and take it, they try the persuasion. But at the end of the day, it is not persuasion. Yes, they are trying the little persuasion. But at the end of the day, the employee has the right to say, hey, no, I'm not taking this thing, or yes. And they are working in the hospitals, they are working in clinics, they are working in government offices, and they're functioning. So what is the problem?
So here what I ask you. Here we're going to ask you. Do you know of an employee who the employer persuaded to get the vaccine in Trinidad, and the employee said they're not getting it, and the employer say, because you don't want to take it, you can't come back here and work?
No, what they have done.
No.
Just now, let me tell you exactly what is happening. Because the country is shut down, employers are calling employees and putting down their names to be inoculated. Right? Now, they ask them if they went and get doctor checkup, nothing at all to ensure that they could take the vaccine. They have not done that. They put down the name and they tell them, all right, or you're going down on so date for the appointment. So they're making the appointment on behalf of the worker. Right? Hold on.
And I'm asking.
Hold on. When they done make the appointment, what is happening now? Because the country is closed, they continue to call the people, they're sending out emails, they're doing all the necessary things. What is transpiring at this point in time is that the employers are now saying to some of their workers, because I am aware of 3 cases in which I will discuss with you after, but there are about 3 cases where the employers told them, don't come back to work. You understand? But there are employers, what they're doing is that in order to open up, and we saw it with one of the companies who would have put up big press release stating that in order to ensure that safety and all these totishness they put in the thing, which is lies, the branch in Sawa will only have vaccinated people. And that is what they put into the thing. So the question was asked, what happened to the unvaccinated people? And this was the response. We will call them when we will call them. So they didn't say they fire them because they're not paying them. They're not paying them right now. But they just simply said they will call them. What is that? I don't know what is that. Go ahead.
Again, I'm saying this. I hear all that you're saying. I'm not doubting these things are happening. But again, I'm saying, are there workers who told the employer, I am not taking this vaccine? And
yes.
The employer told them, if you don't take it, you can't come back here to work?
Yes.
Why are these people not getting together as a group or whatever it is and find a union to treat with the matter?
I will tell you
because
after.
If the president, well, then you see at the end of the day, I hear what you're saying. Then how will anything change? People can just simply say, and that's the issue I just have, you know.
No,
everybody
I will tell you this.
Listen,
no, I will tell you this, Jenny. I will tell you this. One of the persons, and I'm just talking about one, out of the 4 persons who were told not to return back to the jobs, one of the persons was literally told, when they went to a union, a particular trade union in Trinidad and Tobago, that the employer has the right, listen to what they tell him, the employer has the right not to take you back if you do not get vaccinated.
Well, I wouldn't say the employer, of course, have the right to hire who they want and take who they want, bring whatever terms and conditions employment they want. Yeah?
But you're working there long enough?
No, listen, that is their business. They can't deny that. How? ever, if the president of the industrial court would have said, because it's not mandatory to take this, that you cannot manipulate, intimidate, whatever you want to call it, or force an employee to take the vaccine. And a workplace have 100 people, and the employer persuaded 90 of them, however way they persuaded 90 of them to take it, and 10 refused to take it. And those 10, the employer said, because you didn't take the vaccination, you can't work anymore. Let the employer put it in writing.
So the average man who goes to the, but okay, all right, we deal with the employer. All right, let them put it in writing. I know for a fact,
because if the listen, I hear what you're saying, but you see, at the end of the day, people have changed them out. Put it in writing, because the president of the industrial court have said you cannot fire somebody if they didn't take the vaccine, and that is what she would have said. Basically.
Yes, she said that.
Right. So if my employer is firing me because I refuse to take the vaccination, put it in writing saying because I didn't take the vaccination, they fire me.
No, they're not going to do that, Jenny. We know how Trinidadians operate.
And that is the
They're not going to call them.
Okay, so if they don't do that, you tell me how it is they're going to treat with a situation.
But they're not going to call them.
No, so what I'm saying, you have 100 employees. You persuaded, cajole, whatever it is, 9 to take it, 10 and take it. And the employer not going to write a letter stating, if you didn't take the vaccine, you can't come to work, wherever it is. So the other 90 couldn't stand up with the 10 and make it 100. That a right to?
Well, again, it comes down to, we know how the employers just work in Trinidad and Tobago, Jenny.
Forget about the employer in Trinidad.
Jenny, we know how the employers just operate in Trinidad.
But they're not different than any other employer all over the world.
Yes, they are.
It's business.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
It's business.
No, we know how this operate, Jenny. We know how this operate.
But it's not only in Trinidad and Tobago, businessmen does operate so. Whether scrupulous, unscrupulous, good, kind, whatever it is a human thing. It's not a Trinidad and Tobago thing. I am simply saying, who is the body to protect workers?
The trade unions.
So then why you only focus on the employers?
And the law. The trade unions and the law.
Why? So why you only focus on the employers?
Well, somebody has to put these employers in check. And if the trade unions, So you want to put them in check? Well, if I have to take a stand, I'll take a stand. I do have nothing to lose.
Listen, taking a stand is good, all well and good. But you want at the end of the stand you take, you want to see something happening.
But if the trade unions not doing nothing, Jenny, what you want to be done?
And that is the point I'm making. So who you should be engaging in conversations and knocking on the door is the unions. Let them tell you that they can't do nothing with the workers who you tell them. The employers not taking them because they didn't take the vaccination. Get something from them first. And then we could
Well, you're calling them, Jenny, you're calling these trade unions. And you know how they're operating. If them back in, no, but Jenny, you calling Natuk. You're calling Natuk. Natuk people not even answering. And I wholesale them on Natuk, eh? You're talking about from Ansel Roji. All he can go on a platform and talk. All he can go and do is go on a platform and talk about what? Labor Day. They then get into to go and march on Labor Day. Nothing about the workers. Nothing about them, you know. You have Watson Duke. He bypassed all the thing. Well, he expelled and had to retake Hoya back in. And the only person he's talking about is Tuari. This reporter, You understand? Because she makes something on she Facebook page. So that's all he's studying right now. He not studying nothing but nobody want no workers. He just studying that. You have the old the SWTU, worse yet. Worse yet. Games with he. So who do I call? Who do I call?
Okay.
All right.
So that's what I'm asking you again. What is the end result in this? You're going to take it to the international court. What is the end result? Because at the end of the day, you're dealing with labor.
Well, Jenny,
And
once people come, hold on. Once people come, if they could get assistance and they're willing to help themselves too, I have no problem with that.
Exactly. You see where you go back to?
Well, it's them, you know.
People have to be willing to help themselves also.
Well, the market is there.
Cannot want this. Huh?
The thing is on them.
And that is what, when we have our conversation, I want to be telling you at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying with the employer. It is not right they should do that. I understand that. I understand the situation with the government. I understand all the different factors. But I'm saying at the end of the day, if I employ because of wherever they sit in life, however they put on the fire, I wouldn't know. They will know. They will have to make their decision. However, sometimes you can't always make a decision for expediency. You cannot want to be comfortable and not sometimes be uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable in order to get comfortable. And what we have done is we don't want to be uncomfortable. Let one person do it now, and then we go see. People need to stand up and be uncomfortable sometimes, because it's in numbers where it is going to get the unity is where you're going to get a bigger voice. You can't have 90 doing something so and then 10 doing it. Nobody going to listen to the minority. And you know that. This is not a perfect system, you know.
Well,
so if workers spend their money in a union or their union for them to join, and the union are doing what they're supposed to do, there is the trade union,
trade dispute? Ministry?
No, the Red Cross trade unions. Where members are unions with the union and doing good. Address letters to them, let them know the union is breaching all the act and not doing what they were created to do. It have things people could do, but people don't do it because it's taken too long, like too much work. Me able with that. Look, you see me forget that, and that's what we do. And it's the one set of people over and over you're seeing out there standing up and talking, and when you look wrong, you're not getting nobody with you.
Well, Jenny, I must say thanks for taking the call, and we will talk. We will talk.
Yeah, I know. It's not a perfect situation, but everybody needs to take responsibility. It's not up to one sector. Everybody. This is a social issue. There are different social partners involved, and everybody must come to the table and work out the best interests of all involved. There can't be one more important than one. I am a firm believer in mediation, and I believe we can get something at the table where everybody have a voice and be able to speak. But sometimes people refuse to take responsibility, Mr. Welch, and you know that.
Well,
people are afraid something to talk out for whatever reason. I hear that. But how you let your voice be heard if you continue being afraid to say anything?
Well, a closed mouth could never be fed. Thanks a lot, Miss Jenny.
Okay, yes, you have a blessed one.
All right, so that was Miss Jenny. And I did try to get in contact with Mr. Nixon, but he did tell me that you really have to do a Zoom meeting tonight. you know, because they put it together, still some things and all the different things. But tomorrow, I'm trying to get a particular document that is circulating. I'm trying to get a particular document that is circulating, and I really want to know if it's true or if it's not true. You understand? I really want to know if it's true or if it's not true. And there's this statement that is going around. I don't know. But if somebody has the video, if there's a video of it, or the minister would have written it stating, then I need to see it before I could talk about it. I haven't seen any document for any minister making any reckless statement. I need to see it in order to then dissect it, and then I could talk about it. So people, look out tomorrow as I will continue, and we will look more at the whole price gouging, because we want to deal with these businessmen who are jacking the prices up. You understand? They're jacking the prices up, because in one place you see in one price, and then in the next place, now every supermarket is different. Every supermarket is different. But you can't tell me that one product moved from $8 to reach to $15. We will talk about it tomorrow on the Fearless Warrior program. And look out, because I'm going to have not just one live, not just two lives, but I will be out on the road also, going around and seeing what is happening in this country. And I really want to state, and I'm going to talk about I'm going to touch on the double dipping that was spoken about, because let me tell you something. Today I was down in St. Mary's by a big field, and chicken was given out. When I tell you chicken, case of chicken. Cases. When I tell you cases. And a number of, let me tell you, real plenty Venezuelans and Trinidadians was lined up. They were in their hundreds. When we think that this situation is not real, trust me, the amount of people I saw down in St. Mary's on that football field today, receiving I think it was Fine Choice chicken was given away to them. The amount of people I saw down there trying to get the chicken here now, it just goes to show you how Trinidad being a sad state. And who don't want to believe it? South Park showed you that. St. Mary showed you that. Most of the hamper distributions are showing you that. Thousands of people are crying. Thousands of people are crying. Join me tomorrow and we will talk more in depth into it, because we need to help our people. We need to help our people. Trinidad and Tobago is in a serious situation, a sad situation at this point in time. So people, look out for me tomorrow, and we will be dealing with more on the situation as it comes to hand. Let me take you out with some music.
We wanna party, 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 party. can't vibe now, so we are the vibes in freedom soon come. But